to all our viewers out there. My name is Heinrich Neethlen and welcome to Mathematical Literacy. In today's lesson, we'll be focusing on conversion graphs, conversion tables, as well as conversion rates. This all forms part of the topic of measurement. Now let's get straight to it. Okay, so question 1. I indicated here that the exchange rate to change pounds to Indian rupees is 1 pound equals 90 rupees. 1a, complete the table below. Alright, so here we simply just need to take the context and we complete the table. So I'm saying here, if I don't have any pounds, obviously I won't have any Indian rupees. Are we fine? So if I have 1 pound, that will then give me, I agree, 90 Indian rupees. Right? So I have 10 pounds. How many rupees will that be? For the calculation, you'll type in 10 multiplied by 90. So that will give us 900 Indian rupees. Are we clear? And then lastly here, if I have 50 pounds, how many Indian rupees will that be? So I'll type in 50 multiplied by 90. So that will give me 4,500 Indian rupees. I think that's quite straightforward, right? So that's just in completion of our table. Alright guys, let us look at our next question. Okay, so in our next question, okay, we are saying the following. Use the table to draw a conversion graph for converting between pounds and rupees, right? So here we have whatever we need, all the information, right? So I'll start by drawing my axis, right? Now this is the y-axis, that's your x-axis, right? Our origin. And here I'll indicate my Indian rupees, right? I'll just write rupees. And this I'll label then as my pounds. Are we clear? So here I'll check, that will be 1. So I'll work in tens here, okay? Let me just, okay, second there. Intervals correct, so okay, let me just extend this. So this will be 40 and 50 and it can continue. Are we fine? Here I'll start by indicating 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 and I'll end here at 5,000. Remember, it obviously can go further than that. Are we clear? So let's look at our table and we combine the table with our graph. And remember, the table and the graph must tell us the exact same story. Okay, so here I'm looking at my first and we call that ordered number pairs, right? So 0 pounds equals 0 rupees. Are we fine? The next one, if I have 1 pound, right? Say 1 is around about here. I'll have 90 and I'm going to estimate now, right? 90 rupees. Are we fine? So I look at the second ordered number pairs. Then 10 pounds. I'm at this ordered number pair now. So here's 10 pounds. That should be equals to 900. So can we see just below 1,000? I'm just going to estimate there. Are we clear on that one? Okay guys, let us now plot our next 2 points. That will be 50 pounds and 4,500 rupees. So I will go to 50, as we can see there, 50, okay. And then 4,500 will be between 4,000 and 5,000, so more or less there, we agree. Okay, so in between, so let's see and plot where do they intersect, where do they meet. We agree that's more or less there, okay. And now I'm going to combine my points, forming a straight line. Guys, are we clear? So for pounds, it's 50 pounds here. And then our rupees is 4,500 between 4,000 and 5,000. Guys, let us now look at question number C. Remember, as I've said, I estimated and mine is not drawn perfectly, but this for you to get an idea, this is what we need to do. Okay, so there I drew a graph, a conversion graph for converting between pounds and Indian rupees. All right, let us move on. Okay guys, let's now look at question number C. So we are saying here, use the graph, okay, to convert 3,000 rupees to pounds. So important, we must use the graph to convert 3,000 rupees to pounds. Now let's go to our graph, our completed graph. So here we have 3,000 rupees, all right? And we must convert that to pounds. So I'm going to start here on my left-hand side. And I move all the way until it intersects with my straight line, right? Then after this, I'll come down. Okay, so I'm sure you'll agree with me, based on my graph, that the answer to this question, that should be roughly more or less 31 pounds. Guys, are we clear on that? So 3,000 rupees, I started at my rupees, went all the way until it intersected with my line, and then I went down to see at which point it will be for my pounds. So more or less I estimated it to be 31 pounds. Let us move then to our next question. So question number 2, it says use the conversion table below, right, to answer the questions to follow. Right, again, there's my conversion table, and I can see we are referring to distance, length, mass, capacity, where we looked at liquid volume, and then also your miles, yards, pounds, and so forth. Right, so question number 2a, it says convert 3/4 kilograms to pounds. Right, so now I know I'm working with mass, right, because of kilograms and because of the pounds. So I will go to this here, right, and that's the 2 I'm referring to. Guys, are you still with me? Okay, so looking at this, looking at our table, there's no direct conversion between kilograms and pounds, we agree, all right? But however, I note that there's between pounds and grams. That's the closest I'll get. So therefore, first things first, let us see 3/4 kilogram. I must convert that to grams first, right? So 3/4 kilo means 1,000, so 3/4 of 1,000, right? That will give us 750, right? And you should know that. But you can type in 3 divided by 4, multiply by 1,000, you should get to 750. So therefore, 3/4 kilogram equals then to 750 grams, right? So I take the 750 grams and I'll divide that by 453 grams in order for us to convert from the grams now to pounds, as we indicated in the question there. Are we fine? So let's type that in, 750 divided by 453. So that will give us an answer of 1,655, and I'll stop here, and that must be LB's pounds there. Okay, if I round this off, it will become 1,66 to 2 decimal places, for example. Guys, are we fine with this? Okay, let's do another question. At question number 2b, right, we are saying convert 70 milliliters of wine to fluid ounces, right? So looking at what is presented, milliliters, fluid ounces, that refers to our liquid volume. So now I know this is the section I must focus on. Here is fluid ounces, and here's milliliters. We agree? Okay, so 1 fluid ounce equals 29.6 milliliters. I have 70 milliliters, so therefore, I will take my 70 milliliters, and I'll divide it by the 29.6 milliliters, right? Simplifying, same units, right? So 70 divided by 29.6 equals to. So this will give us 2, and I'm going to round off to 2 decimal places, 36, and this will be fluid ounces. Guys, are we clear? I took my 70 milliliters, I divided here by this factor of 29.6, and then I ended up with an answer of 2.36 fluid ounces. Are we fine? Let's look at another question. There's question number 2c, and it says, determine the number of inches in a yard, in 1 yard, right? Now, that referred to length, our distance. Now, looking at what is presented in this table, I'm sure you'll agree that I don't have any direct conversion between inches and yards. Can you see that's mile to kilometers, yards to meters, foot to centimeters, inches to centimeters, but not inches to yards. Right, so now I must come up with a plan, okay? Always work with what is presented to you. So looking at this, I see yard here. So I'll use that as my starting point. So I'll indicate that 1 yard, right, equals 0.91 meters. Right, so what will I do now? And follow my logic here. I will go from meters to centimeters, right? And then, can you see there's a conversion between centimeters and inches? And I want to know how the number of inches. Can you see? So that's what I'll do. So looking at this now, I can then say 0.91 meter. I'm going to convert that to centimeters. All right, how many centimeters in a meter? Right, I agree, that will give us 100, right? Okay. That will give us then, if I do that correctly, 0.91 times 100, that will give us 91 centimeters. So what will happen now? I'm at centimeters and I'm going to convert from centimeters to inches. So therefore, I'll take my 91 centimeters and I'll divide that by 2.54 centimeters. Right, 91 centimeters divided by 2.54 centimeters. That will take us to, and I'll write the answer here, 35.82. And this now will be inches. Guys, are we clear on that? Started at meters, converted to centimeters. Then from centimeters, I converted to inches. I hope that is clear to all of you. Okay. All right, let's look at our next question. It says, Nelina walks 800 meters in 12 minutes. Convert the speed to kilometers per hour. Right? So if you look at this 800 meters in 12 minutes, I can also write as 800 meters divided by 12 minutes, right? But now remember, our answer should be written in kilometers per hour. So I must convert basically my 800 meters to kilometers, and my 12 minutes I must convert to hours as instructed. Okay, so how many meters in 1 kilometer? I agree, that's 1,000, so I'll say 800 divided by 1,000. Right, so that should give us 0.8 kilometers. So 0.8 kilometers. And now I'm going to convert my 12 minutes to hours, right? So we know 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So I'll convert that by saying 12 divided by 60, and that will give us 0.2, and now that's hours. Right? Are we clear? So let's simplify this. 0.8 divided by 0, sorry, I made a mistake, 0.8 divided by 0.2. So that will give us an answer of 4. And remember, our unit now becomes kilometer per hour. So what did I do? I converted my meters to kilometers. I converted my minutes into hours. And thereafter, I divided 0.8 kilometers by 0.2 hours. I've ended with an answer of 4 kilometers per hour. Guys, I hope that's clear to all of you. Let us take a quick advert break. After the break, we'll continue with our lesson. See you soon.